Hi guys, welcome back to a timeless reading. I'm happy to be back. Oh my gosh, you don't have no idea how much I've missed this. I missed it so much, but I had to put other things as priorities. But as Sonny demolishes his toys, same old, same old. So this reading will resonate with some of you. Take what it resonates, leave behind whatever it doesn't. But we're being pulled. I feel like I've been talking to one of my good friends, Blue Flame. Go check him out. He just released a nice remix of Billie Jean. Blue Flame 777. He's on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Go check him out. Blow up that song. Get him as many views as possible. Share it with your friends. Let it get to the right people. So this talented artist doesn't stay in the shadows. Like, he's truly talented. Him, Prezi is another one. Check out Prezi. But they got some really good hits. But Blue Flame 777, he's on YouTube. Check him out. He's got that new Billie Jean remix out. Check it out. It's really good. So getting into the cards, we got the Six of Swords, and this is where it's like, do not move forward. Do not, like, we got this earlier in the week, if you do follow me, where it did say stay. I believe it was like a 3 cards together. I feel like a lot of messages have been coming forward, so I'll be doing a lot more filming. Everything that, like I said, has been pushed to the forefront that I had to prioritize. Now, everything is cool, easy breezy, lemon squeezy. We are coming into the high holidays. Don't get mad at me. It's just the way that it worked out. But I feel like with the Six of Swords in reverse, I feel like this is like, don't move forward. No action is required right now. I feel like with the Queen of Swords in the seated position is having patience. I feel like the things that you wanted to come forward, your manifestation. So myself, I remember when I would sit there and I'm like, I cannot wait for the day that comes where I'm sitting there and I'm able to sit there and enjoy doing cards again. I've been doing personal readings. I just haven't had the time to sit down and take the time and care that it deserves to get this done, to sit there and post videos. But I've really definitely been feeling the urge. The Six of Coins, this is where I was saying your manifestations. I feel like there's going to be things that I felt like it was your needs that were to be taken care of. I know I hate to say this, and I'm sorry because I get anxiety when it comes around Christmas, but one gift that I was learning for myself this year was like, let go and let God. So many situations. I'm telling you, last week I had nothing more to give. Burning the candle on both ends. I was like, I don't even know how the heck I'm going to do this. I went and I put Linkin Park on, my first 2 favorite albums, and the Hybrid Theory and Meteora, and I just got it done, and it looks a lot better. So it's just like, prioritizing things. I feel like a lot of us had to prioritize a lot of other things, where it had to put other things to the side. But you know what? It got done. And it's just trusting in God that it got done. It is what it is. There's like, I had to do certain things. We had the most beautiful garden this year. Like, my gosh, like, I am so thankful. And I will never sit there and say it's me, because I know how I felt. I had like 0 fuel or anything to give. I'm just going to read the definition for some of you, because I know some of you, when I say these cards, that what I'm saying doesn't portray off, but maybe what the meanings will. So 6 of Coins, gift, support, generosity, receiving. One of the things where they were saying is stop being so frivolous. If you guys follow if you've been following my reels, I've been posting and trying to communicate as much as I can during this crazy time, like nonstop. But this is what I'm saying, like gift, support, generosity, receiving. And I definitely felt like, something coming in, The 6 is a good card. You're either able to be generous to others, helping out friends, or making a charitable donation. So, when you give from the heart, it doesn't matter the amount. Like, I have not been able to give like I used to, because a lot of things have changed, and now, again, it's changed. And instead of panicking like I used to and wasting my energy after this crazy time and giving, like, I've grown. You're like, even with my kids, it's like I've been teaching them for so many years, and now that I'm the teacher, and now I've become the student. Be open to learning. You know what I mean? It's from your children. That's what you want. Like a lot of us, if you watch Kaylee off of Teen Mom, she says the same thing. She goes, where my kids are and where I was doing at this age is totally different. It's like night and day. She's like, my kids are better human beings than me. And I say the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, my kids are better human beings than I ever was at that age. They have their life so much more together than I ever did. You are one if donations or the one receiving money, perhaps on an award or a bonus. An additional inspiration is giving your time to help a good cause or receiving practical support. You give or receive with grace. And that's the thing. It's like, my son taught me that this year as well. It's like, where we were, when all this transformation happened with Shane passing, and it's like to where we are now. It's just like night and day. And it's like, even the smallest things that we kind of look over every day. And if this resonates, let it resonate. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. It's not for everybody. But for me, it's just like even being thankful for the food that we are about to receive. Being thankful for the fact that I always try to make sure that when I wake up in the morning, certain songs have been stuck in my head and stuff like that, living rent-free as they call it. But it's also sitting there and like being thankful that, we were able to sleep in peace, because, that was what caused us to move, because people were making fires at 5 a.m, on the front porch, burning things. And I'm like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? So it's just like giving us that peace. Is it perfect? No. But you know what? It's perfectly imperfect. You know what I mean? I have more peace in the sound of mind here than I did over there. So, I'm just thankful. You know what I mean? It's way better. This is where I feel like with the Queen of Swords, it's like being honest with yourself. And that's where I feel like they're saying, be honest with yourself right now. There was an opportunity. I felt like it would be true triggering for me. I'm getting a lot of energy where I felt uneasy. Not uneasy, but I just felt like, Blue Flame, the one that I told you guys to check out. A lot of things he's been saying lately have been resonating with me, in our conversations. And I'm like, I feel that way, but it's like I made a rash decision. I made a bad decision. You know what I mean? I should have stayed where I was. I should have asked to be transferred to another store or something like that when I made that move. I did feel good there, and then it's just like for someone to just lay down the hammer like the way that they did, and it's just like all that hard work that you put in, and it was just like for nothing. I'm just like, if you don't feel appreciated, you know what I mean? So it's like I ended up leaving that one. So it brought me to Shane. You know what I mean? I ended up working at RDM after that, and me and Shane came together. So it's like, you know what I mean? You really can't, you know what I mean? Sit there and say you regret decisions, because I'm like, that decision led me to Shane. So I feel like that's where I feel like that uneasiness. But this is where I'm saying, Queen of Swords, be patient. Still-mindedness, strength, intelligence, insight. The Queen, smart, charismatic, wise, is an ally up to a point, but ultimately puts herself first. Sounds like people I know. Applied to a situation, she advised you to trust your intelligence and insight. The card often comes up in readings to show strength of character, and it can stand for single parents and single women. I feel like, masculine, feminine, whatever resonates with you, I feel like in this situation where I feel like it's being honest with yourself. You know what I mean? Where I feel like, where things are in a good position, leave it in a good position. Don't rock the boat. I feel like with the 7 of coins coming to the bottom row here, I feel like this is where they're sitting there saying like all of your manifestations, all of the things that you've put out there. You know what I mean? Like, this is where, we're coming upon Hanukkah. Actually, not Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur is in 3 weeks. Or 2 weeks. I feel like this is where, the altar is open. This is where we can ask for what the petitions that we want for the next year. I feel like Hanukkah is like that as well. 8 days of wishes. I feel like this is where it's just like making those petitions, but I also feel like your hard work, like you look at the poor guy, like he could barely, I've definitely felt like that all week. Like I wake up and I have so much energy, and then by the time I get to like, where I have to go to work, I'm just like 0 battery. Like they're showing my battery, I'm like you need to charge your battery, it's 15%. And I feel like that's what they're saying. Charge your battery. I feel like that's why they're saying patience. Don't make bold moves right now where it's going to take a ton of your energy. I feel like it's just listen to what the signs. Your For You page, your social medias, your friends, in conversations, what's resonating with you. So, potential, effort, expansion, results. The 7 shows potential success. If you're expected better results by now, don't spend too much longer analyzing if you're in the right business or have made the right choice. We've been saying you're on the right path. So if you do follow like my page, you know what I mean? Or if you want to just take a quick scroll, look at the cards and all the like, I'll sit there and it's like a lot of things have been coming up that really resonate. So it's like, when the daily message, what's the message for, the day? I'll sit there and all these cards or these certain angel numbers that have come up. It's like, what are they guiding us to? I feel like there's been a lot of guidance coming to the full moon, a lot of guidance coming forward, a lot of support coming forward, And I feel like that's where they're saying, don't worry about anything. Like I said, I was like, I cannot wait until I can sit down and enjoy my home. And, but it feels like more like a home because things have, becoming, we're unpacking more and putting more things up and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because it's not so bloody hot anymore where it's just like, oh my gosh, you even just take a step, you're like in buckets of sweat. But I feel like this is where it's just like everything is coming together. I feel like, even though you're like, oh, it's going to get quiet, it's like, yeah, but you know what? Like, I even said that to myself. I have a funny feeling it's not going to be so quiet. It's like, it'll feel quiet in certain parts, but it won't be quiet. Because, like, now I get to do cards again, If this Seven shows up and succeed, you will succeed eventually. The key is to keep going and put in constant effort. So there is a certain situation that I'm in, and it's like, even the person said, it's like, I don't even know why we're doing this. And I'm like, you know what? The way that I take it, I know what I'm struggling with. I know what keeps coming up, and that's what I'm going to, really pay attention, take what this person says, and try to, and put that in. It's hard to deprogram because you've been doing it for so long a certain way. So now it's just like taking a beat and listening to, you know what I mean? It's like, I know it's going to take a little bit for me to start implementing that in there, and I'm going to try doing that because I know that she's only there for my benefit. That's the way I see it. It's like, I don't see this as a punishment. I don't see this as a negative. For me, it's like, I know what I'm struggling with, and she's taught me a lot of things. Things that I was told by others, and they were taught by someone else, It's like, this. And I even said that to myself. I'm like, this is an opportunity for this. And I'm like, well, that goes against the rules. But she was like, nope. She affirmed it. She's just like, nope. She's like, you should have just done it. I'm like, okay, not a problem. So it's like undoing habits that I've been taught, undoing those and making me, the way that I see it, I could only succeed more from this. So I can either sit there and be an a-hole and dig my feet in the ground. But like I said, I'm opening to learning. I don't care how old someone is. I don't care how young someone is. It's like, if I have an opportunity to learn. Don't be a stubborn ox. Sit there and listen. Open your ears and really be opening and let that all come in. Because you can apply that to so many other things. You know what I mean? Like, if you're opening to learning in this situation, other opportunities will come that way. That's the way I see it. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I need it, but at the same time, I feel like I do. Because it keeps coming back. Repeating. This. I'm like, all right, now I have an opportunity to learn. I was hoping I would get this opportunity with somebody, but it hasn't happened. But now I get a one-on-one, and I'm like, it's not rushed. It's only that. I don't have to worry about anything else but that. So that's the way you should see it. Anytime you're able to sit there and learn something or relearn something, don't take it as a negative. You're learning it because it's like perfecting it, and it's how you can apply to your life. Plus, you're much more, hopefully, open and intelligent, and you know what I mean? It's just like you've grown. It's like you've evolved. So it's just like being open to more things. I feel like at my age, it's just like, you know what I mean? You're a little more easy breezy lemon squeezy than ever, because it's just like all the things that I wasted my time on, all the things I stressed over when I was younger and all that stuff. It's like, what a waste. You know what I mean? But, now it's like giving your energy to things that matter. Even when work is tedious, don't turn back. I honestly, like, it was so tedious last weekend. I was like, God, I'm on fumes. I don't even know how I'm going to do this. And I just pushed myself. And I was just like, I know that was my angels and everybody showing up for me and giving me the energy to do that. Like I said, I went downstairs. I put on Linkin Park Hybrid Theory. I listened to Meteora again. Like, those are like my, I still love Linkin Park, So, not with the new edition there. I'm not so much a fan of that. But it's like, the core of Linkin Park, what everybody fell in love with. So the King of Spears, I feel like this is yourself. I feel like this is why they're saying, you know, your coins will be fine. Everything you manifested will be fine because of your character, who you are. I feel like when the King comes in, I feel like it's a very serious message from Spirit. I feel like the Queen shows your heart. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I feel like this is like Empress energy where they're saying the Queen of Swords is like, be patient. You know what I mean? Not my strong suit. But it's, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm tired and I'm like, I should ask permission to do this. I'm like, good golly. Because I know it's going to get cold quick. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's like, how many days of sunshine do we have left before it's just like cloudy all the time? But it's like he is engaging, charismatic, passionate at what he does. This sounds like my son's. He may be a business, startup, communication, at the arts, or travel industry. What is his passion? He upholds high standards. Applied to a situation, a light bulb moment offers a way to creativity and financial freedom. And this is why I said don't worry. You know what I mean? I feel like some of us are feeling we're being pulled in a different direction, but it's just like find creative outlets in your life that you could do this. Like I know a friend of mine does what do you call it? Oh my gosh, what do you call it? Not DIY, but she makes she crafts. She makes like custom Christmas ornaments. She just goes crazy. She does t-shirts, she does onesies, she does everything. And the Mickey and Minnie bulbs that she does, the customized ones, oh my gosh, like, oh, they're just beautiful. I'm like, girl, like, why gosh, like, she does such a beautiful, and she can charge so much more than she does. She's one of those good people that has an amazing heart, because she knows, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to sit there and buy this for maybe your grandbabies or your first baby or something like that. I know a lot of people that charge every letter that you put on a customization, they charge $1 per letter. You know what I mean? And she's like, no. She's like, no, I don't do that. And I'm just like, wow, like you totally undersell yourself. She goes, not really. She goes, I make this much profit. I'm like, wow. And she goes, but she could make so much more. But she's not greedy. You know what I mean? She does phenomenal. And that's what I mean. I feel like that's where the Six of Coins comes in, because it's like, this is giving you the opportunity to put more energy and time and effort into these things. You know what I mean? They're saying family. I've been with my kids, but at the same time, it's just like, I feel like I haven't. I know I'm around them and everything, but I feel like quality time. Like me and my son have gotten into chess a lot lately, so more time for chess. You know, watching movies together as a family. You know, playing board games as a family. Doing art projects. Like, we love Halloween. You know, I got them the cookie kits that they can decorate. I know they're getting older. They're in their teens. But we all still love sitting down, putting on a movie or music. And they're, you know, I take pictures of them making cookies and stuff. Because it's like, you know what? They love those photos. I have hard drives up the wazoo. And it's just like they're all full of their pictures since they were babies and videos. And I'm like, you know what? I don't regret any of all those photos, all those videos. Because it's like they love going back now and watching that. Remember that? I'm like, yeah, of course, you know. Because our life has transformed so much. And it's just like, you know, I'm very thankful to God that it gets sweeter and sweeter every year. You know what I mean? Like, you know, this year has been hard. I know Kristen Cavallari said this with her brother passing. Like, for us, for myself especially, I feel like my youngest feels this way as well. It's just like, we really, really miss Shane this year. You know what I mean? I don't know it's been a lot. You know what I mean? I know he would ease a lot of the stress, but I know he's still with us, like, you know, encouraging us forward and, you know, being our backbone or giving me the strength that I need when I'm running on fumes and I'm like, you know, working split shifts and everything. I'm being pulled in so many different directions, you know, school started up and stuff like that. So it's just, you know, I know that was God that got us through that, because there is no way in heck I had the energy for that. With everything I was doing, it's just, I feel like a lot of you probably resonate with that. Two of Spears, I feel like this is not a decision you have to make. No, do not make a decision. I feel like with the Six of Swords and the Queen of Swords is sitting there, it's like, do not move forward. Be honest and patient with yourself. Don't make frivolous decisions. I feel like with the Six of Coins, your coins will be fine. Your needs will be met. I feel like if you are like myself and it's just like everything is in a good spot or better than you thought, my situation has changed, but at the same time, I'm like, I got back to cards. I wasn't even going to film today, and I'm just like, you know what? Let's film. So many people I didn't even think were watching were like, I miss your dailies. And I'm like, oh my gosh. More people are watching than I realize. Like, I just named off 4 when I was talking to my girlfriend earlier today, and she's the one that's like, when are you going back to it? I'm like, as soon as this is done. You know what I mean? And it finished last weekend. Like, 3 weeks in a row, I haven't had a day off because it's just been go, 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 go with this. Like, you know? So, it's just like, now it's done. Now we can have peace of mind. We can get back to who we are and what we believe in. And, you know, just in time for Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur. It's just, as soon as it was done, I'm like, now it's Shabbat for the rest of the day. Because I couldn't, you know, I made peace with it, but I hated it, but it's like what had to be done. But, you know, God's grace, that'll be the last time that happens. So it shows unreliable partner. In work, it may be appreciated, and others don't listen to your ideas. You know what I mean? This is where it feels like it's like kind of being battered down, but at the same time, it's like, I feel like putting on your intelligent hat here. You know what I mean? Like, I know that no matter where I go, it's going to be the same thing. I know, you know, with this one thing, the one opportunity I got would be triggering. So it's just like, you know what I mean? I'm just shutting my mouth and doing what I need to do. And others, you may need to look elsewhere for kinder spirits, for kindred spirits. I feel like you find your people, you know? I happened to cross LB from a friend. We came across each other from cards. It's one person did it, and then this is when I was first beginning, and then it was his wife, and then her sister, her mom, her sister, well, their aunt, their uncle. You know what I mean? So it was like so many people. You know what I mean? And out of, you know what I mean? I definitely resonated with a lot of them. I still do. Like, they're my close circle. And this is how I met LB. And oh my gosh. Like, we both encourage each other. It's just like, you know what I mean? She doesn't feel like she could pull forward. And I'm like, girl, you got this. Like, I know who you are. I know how driven you are. Like, you got this. You know what I mean? And she does the same for me. You know what I mean? It's like, that's why I put that card up. It's like, when you find someone that freaking rocks with you that way, it's like, you keep those people tight. You keep those people close to you. Because no matter what, they will be your biggest supporters. They will be your biggest cheerleaders, even when you don't feel like you have it. You know? She's like, you got this. You keep going. You know, those are the people you keep around you. You know, you keep encouraging. You know what I mean? Because Spirit will come and encourage me, and I'm like, is that just my ego? You know what I mean? I know it's Spirit, but it's just like, you know, sometimes it's nice to hear from outside entities, you know? Just to keep that fuel going. Just to, like, you know what I mean? Just keep pushing yourself to that next point. You know? It was so funny. My girlfriend, another girlfriend of mine posted, it's just like, when you feel like you have nothing left to give and you still push, it was something, he was in the Marines, and he's like, that's what Marines are made of. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I cannot imagine doing that 24/7, 365. I have too much anxiety for that. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh my gosh. But I feel like this is where you're being pulled to do something, and I feel like Spirit is like, have a seat and be patient. Your coins will improve. You're going to be able to, I feel like universe will gift you and you'll be able to gift others, or someone's going to come in and gift you. You know what I mean? I feel like this is where you got to change your mindset or change your spending habits and stuff like that. I feel like you're probably like myself, where, you know what I mean? Like, you're house poor, where it's like all your bills are paid and stuff like that, but you have no mad money. Because with us, it's been like, this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all of us need glasses. You know what I mean? So it's just like, you know, I'm buying my other son his glasses this week. I was hoping to do some more overtime. Unfortunately, that's no longer available. But it's just like, don't worry, we'll figure it out. Somehow, some way, we will figure it out. We'll get everything done that we need to get done. You know what I mean? There's so many, like I said, I've been doing private readings this whole time. It's just dailies have not, unfortunately, been able to be a part of my daily activities. But now it is. So it's just like, you know, hopefully I'm trying to get back to lives, but like I said, the high holidays are here, so I will do my very best. I'm not promising anything. That's why I don't advertise for that, because sometimes I'm either too tired, you know, because other things happen or something comes up. So that's why it's just, I don't like saying, like, you know, this is going to happen and it doesn't. So we'll see how things pan out. But next week is Rosh Hashanah. So if that's not going to happen, I will post if it's going to happen. I will make a reel or something showing that what's going to go on. But, you know, take what resonates from this. It's a timeless reading. I'll put timeless. I don't know if I'm going to do it every single day. I will definitely try, but I will film as much as possible till you guys are getting what you need, because I know I was in those shoes. That's why I charge what I charge, because I know how it feels to go to someone and rely on someone for a reading, and then it's just like, some of us don't have those funds, especially now with everything. Christmas is in 3 months. I almost said 3 weeks. Good Lord. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I'm an understanding person. You know what I mean? I understand there has to be an energy exchange. That's why anyone that has come to me, as long as I've been doing cards, some people have been rocking with me from the beginning. They know how I treat them, and that's why I am so thankful that they're still with me. You know what I mean? Because I know how it feels to need answers, to just need a message of hope, or just have an ear to rely on. That's where some of us have been like, we're like family now, because it's just like we've been, rocking with each other for so long. We've been there through so many milestones, So I feel like if you're being pulled in a direction, I feel like Spirit is just saying be patient. Sometimes we feel like there's other great opportunities, but I feel like this is what I thought. I keep getting brought back to when I was working at Tim Hortons, and I was just like, I am so kind of like over this. Like, I feel like I've been here too long. I was almost there for 5 years, and I'm like, I feel like I should be, I did get an opportunity. I said no because one person was stealing. That is the only reason I said no, because I'm like, I'm not going to jail, and I'm not going to have my name tarnished, because I knew, and I didn't want to throw that person under the bus either. You know what I mean? It's just like, it was a double-edged sword, and I was just like, it's better if I just say no, and then all that gets resolved, and hopefully I'll get another opportunity. I probably just should have been honest, but you know what I mean? It's just, I don't want to see anyone get arrested or go to jail, So I was just like, no. But I ended up going there anyway, and, I should have just talked. I just sort of met with the owner, and because he was really good to me. Like, I will always say that he's one of the best bosses I ever had. My boss I have right now, my team lead, is really great, but it's like him. I feel like I could have talked to him and probably worked something out. So that's my bad. But I feel like I'm being pulled towards that again. If I hadn't made those decisions, though, I never would have met Shane. So I'm grateful for that. But at the same time, I feel like it's like, here's an opportunity to learn again. And I feel like this is where Spirit is just like, don't worry about it. Just, keep calm. Just keep doing what you're doing. Take this learning, because I'm getting a learning opportunity. Take what you can from that and apply it. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I don't see it as a negative at all. She even said that some people are freaking out. I'm like, why would you freak out if someone's offering to take time out of your day to make you better at something? Why wouldn't you do it? You know what I mean? I see it as a plus, but everybody's different. But I'm glad to be back, guys. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for always being supportive, and I'll keep you posted on the lives. Just let the high holidays go across there, Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur. I will keep you guys posted about that when those are happening, but if I'm not able to get to you at that time, I will get to you at the first opening there, because everything is shifted. So we'll see what happens there. But thank you again for your support, and I'll post as many of these as I can. I'm not going to guarantee daily. It may end up being daily. Who knows? Because of the way that things have changed. But, thank you for your continued support. I love you guys. You're my favorite tribe. Like, I wouldn't be who I am without you guys, without your continued love and support. So we'll see you for the next one.